What's going on, guys? Mike Murtis, Gamer Logic here, and as you can tell, I am not in the game room, but instead I am out on the road. And today we're taking a visit back to one of my favorite arcades here. This is right in my neck of the woods. This is the Underground Retrocade. Let's go in and check it out. So it's great to be back at the Underground Retrocade in West Dundee, Illinois. It's been a while since I've been here, and I figured since I was headed out with a friend to play some games here, I might as well take some pictures, do some video, and as we're walking through here, I'll talk about a few things. And as you can tell, the owner of the Underground Retrocade here has some beautiful arcade cabinets, but what's really cool is he does have a Dragon's Lair machine, and just like the classic days of playing this, you can have a monitor attached to the top so you can see exactly what is going on there. The game was so popular back in the day, everyone crowded around it, wanted to see what was going on. This was the best way to see it. You put a monitor on the top. And actually, I remember them doing an advertisement for a specific monitor that you could get for that. Pretty cool. Over here is one of my favorite sections. This has got a lot of the classic Sega arcade games, and we'll come back to that in just a little bit. But there is more in the arcade here. Of course, we got Phoenix, Vanguard, just a ton of classic machines on the first floor here. And this just goes on and on. There is so much to do, so much to play at the Underground Retrocade. And we'll swing back here. Super Hang-On. My God, this is a machine I want so bad. So fun. I always try to play this. And here we go. Here's another Sega submarine game, followed by Afterburner, another Sega classic, and then Outrun. I always make a conscious effort to play those machines when I visit the Retrocade. A lot of great stuff over here too. Rampage, of course, is available to play, as well as the whole slew of arch rivals, Xenophobe, the original Rampage, Pigskin, Off-Road, 4-player Off-Road's available here. Lots of fun. And on this section too, you got a lot of classic shooters, Choplifter. There is absolutely one of my favorites here is Satan's Hollow. That is another machine I really want. Of course, you got Joust and Moon Patrol, and we've walked through this a little bit here. You got a Gauntlet machine on the right there. It's a Gauntlet 2, fun to play. And other games available like Tempest, Space Duel, Star Wars, which is a freaking blast, Centipede. And then you go over here and you got some of the Nintendo cabinets available. Mario Brothers, Popeye, Donkey Kong 3, Donkey Kong Jr. And then you got a Nintendo Play Choice 10 cabinet located on the opposite side of this that has a lot of great games on there. Always great walking by, hearing the familiar sounds of a Nintendo game. Contra was particularly playing when I was walking by it, so the Stage 1 theme was going. And overall, just a great variety of games here on the first floor. But you can't forget that there's actually a nice little side room here loaded with pinball machines. And some of these machines I have previous history with. I know the people these have come from, which is kind of cool. But one of my favorites in there is Whirlwind. If you're not familiar with that pinball game, it actually has a fan on the top of it. It's a Weather Chaser theme game, which is cool. Hook is a lot of fun. Tales from the Crypt, I think, is just kind of so-so. But my buddy Chris and I actually played Lethal Weapon 3 a lot. This was really fun. It had some licensed music on there, ZZ Top, Sharp Dressed Man, as well as CNC Music Factory, which I thought was a little interesting. But very fun game. And of course, we have other games available here. The original Black Knight, Space Shuttle, again, Whirlwind, freaking blast. Terminator 2 is a really fun one. Doctor Who, you gotta love all the sound effects in that. Dungeons and Dragons, while it's not a great pinball game in my view, the music freaking rocks. It's like this weird ass prog rock soundtrack. Of course, the rules of playing pinball. You know, I saw a lot of people in the arcade, a lot of young people this time around, and I gotta say, folks, if you're playing a pinball machine, make sure you finish your game. Don't load it with credits. Don't put it on 4-player mode just to extend your play. I mean, if you're going to do that, fine, but finish the damn game so the machine isn't running. Another patron at the Underground Retrocade noticed Terminator 2 was still playing after some younger gentlemen just left it going, and he drained the ball, and geez, he was probably there for a good 5-6 minutes. We're on the top floor here now. This is where a variety of fighting games, shooting games, shoot-'em-up games, sports games, bowling games, as well as some classics. Of course, the big behemoth there, X-Men, the giant-sized version with the dual monitors. Very, very fun. Some side-scrolling beat-em-ups, Captain America, Altered Beast, Bad Dudes, The Simpsons, as well as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. Road Blaster's a big favorite here. I'm going to do a quick turnaround here so you can get a view of everything that's in there. Here's my buddy Chris playing. And I know he's super thrilled about me recording him right now, so sorry, buddy. What a great game there. God, Konami really hit their side-scrollers out of the park along with Capcom back in the day. So fun playing this. Indiana Jones, of course. Marble Madness. Very fun. And Indiana Jones makes some hilarious sound effects in it. I keep talking about Road Blasters, but I used to play the crap out of that game. Radical Bikers, that was one I've never really played before. Kind of a Crazy Taxi clone, but I think you're delivering pizza if I remember correctly. A little weird, but overall pretty neat. What else we got here? We got Street Smart, which is pretty fun. Neo Geo before, or pre-SNK Neo Geo. Primal Rage. And over here, they did not have Black Tiger the last time I visited here, so it was really cool seeing this. This is a Capcom classic. Konami's Russian Attack, of course, which is really cool. And then we also have Total Carnage and Smash TV. We had Star Wars Pod Racing there, which is cool, and the Star Wars arcade game, the more modern one. Lots of fun here. The father and his son, I think, playing fighting games, Karate Chomp, Mortal Kombat 2, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Killer Instinct 2, Super Street Fighter 2, Tekken 3, a Neo Geo cabinet, and then we get into Gauntlet Legends. I actually didn't get a chance to play Gauntlet Legends. I wanted to. And you got a variety of shooting games here, which is just awesome. And then some shoot-'em-ups over here on the opposite side. I think someone was playing to get a high score there, was trying not to interrupt his flow overall. I always feel really weird occasionally about walking through places and filming some footage. You never really know how people react. It is kind of rude just to assume that people are going to be okay with being filmed, but you know, it comes with it these days, I guess. So it's one of those things where if anyone got in touch with me, it was like, hey, I'm not comfortable being on this, I could always blur them out, I guess. God, I love that X-Men machine. Seriously, like the staple of like the arcade game that I would always play other than Street Fighter 2. Just so much fun. So yeah, this was my tour of the Underground Retrocade, May of 2019, May the 3rd. I unfortunately didn't come on May the 4th, but a great arcade, going strong. So happy to see that this place is doing so well, and check it out if you're in the area. Again, West Dundee, well worth the visit. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I'm Mike Murtis from Gamer Logic. Take it easy.